Hello everybody, my name's Nerdek and welcome back to another episode here in the Let's Play world, and I'm super excited to be carrying on with our 1.17 village project which we started off in the last episode. Yeah, since the last episode, not much has changed over here, well, if anything at all, but we have been making quite a lot of progress here over the Guardian Temple. We still have got a lot of work to do. And we need to get a lot more sand to be able to finish this project. But I've been streaming every Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays over on twitch.tv/Nerdek1. But yeah, enough of that shameless plug right there. Let's get on with the rest of the video. But as we mentioned last episode, we're going to be building a pond here. And I think the best way to do that, to start off this episode, is in a short, quick intro time-lapse. So let's get straight into the building, shall we? That is definitely an improvement we have made on the area. I've added a few extra things since the time lapse, including dotting loads of flowers around the place, as well as these bulrush reed things, and a couple of different types of them, and as well as a lily. And yeah, it's starting to look really nice. I've added a little pathway over here as well. This is kind of in the way, but yeah, we've got a little stone like bridge over here and a little bit of a path, as I really want loads of different little naturey, different small alleyway kind of walk around this little village here, as I feel it would make it a lot more dynamic and just a lot more fun to explore. But talking of my mess of stuff over here, my chest monster is really starting to get out of hand after building this. Therefore, I think the next port of call for this little port fishing village, see what I did there, is going to be a storage building. So I'm thinking along the front here, I want a building maybe here or to the left there. Hello. I think we've got an unlit cave underneath us. Hello. That's where all this noise is coming from. I don't have any torches with me. Oh no. That's a lot better now. And I think it still goes a little bit further. And I think it goes out to sea here. Potentially. Or just a really spooky underwater cave. So yeah, I think either here on the right or on the left, we're going to be building a kind of like a storage building, as we're going to have the dock front along here with some fishing boats. So a fishing like storeroom would make perfect sense, and when we can use that for storing our junk, so for building the rest of the village. Right, so I figured out the placement for the building, and it's a bit of an unusual shape. But as we get building, hopefully it shall reveal itself into something that looks pretty good. And I'm going to be making a point of using the copper blocks for the roof. But I'm going to need a lot more copper than I've currently got, as they're quite expensive, the blocks. They are actually really quite expensive. As this is pretty much all the copper I have, and it's only going to make us 6 blocks. So yeah, 6 blocks isn't going to do, so we're going to have to get some mining done before we can probably get into the building. Yeah, I found some more copper ore in my chests, but it still only yielded us 18 blocks. So we're definitely going to have to go do some mining, which is going to be fun because for some reason in 1.17, mobs like to spawn like crazy. So the odds of me dying are quite high. But anyway, let's go get some copper. So yeah, I did a bit of mining off camera and we've got quite a lot of stuff now and quite a lot of copper which we can fortune and smelt up, and hopefully will be enough. But I have to say, guys, that mining expedition was a bit tough. Oh man, there's so many puns you can make in this game. Now let's just place the last couple here. There we go. And let's get mining. There we go, and the last couple, and look at all of that glorious raw copper. So yeah, let's get smelting this up, and I think we should have enough now for the build for the roof. We shouldn't need that many blocks, hopefully. Oh, I've yet to make one of these. I think you need the largest one of these, and I think if we do this, how do you make it? What is it? Okay, so I just looked at the wiki, and what we have to do is if we grab this and we pop that down and we mine it, we get one of these. We get some of these, and if we take this, and we can make ourselves a spyglass. Hello there. Oh, that's great. How does this look? Oh, yes. And with Optifine as well, we can doubly zoom. Whoa, that is sensitive. But we can super zoom in, and we can see stuff. Oh my gosh, that is so far away. Look how far we can see. Like, you can just barely see the Cove of Optifine or this, but look together, that is incredible. We're going to be using that a lot to look at builds from far away. Hello, sheep. Whoa, that's so cool. I'm going to be using that a lot. Aye. But whilst that copper is smelting up, we might as well make a start on our build here, our storage room. So we've laid down the foundations, but let's get to actually doing some walls and stuff, as that's kind of important for a build. There we go, I've got the rough outline of the house so far, like the beams, but we're going to have to do a lot more work. We're going to have to fill in all the walls and stuff. But what I want to happen is, the idea behind this build is I want to be able to easily just walk in, access all my items. So we're going to have a pathway that goes up this way and connects to the central path here. We're going to have a door entrance on this side of the building, so we can access it if we're around this side of the village nice and easily. But we have the main entrance overlooking the lovely ocean, and we're going to have a pathway that comes around here, and we're going to be able to walk through any of these like open bits. And it's going to be like an open crafting kind of area here, and then we're going to have a couple of other pillars in the center here, and then there's going to be an actual kind of like storage room in the back here. And then I haven't got anything planned for upstairs. We'll probably just put our bed up there and maybe like a couple of extra chests, but should be pretty sweet. So let's carry on with the building. So this build is really starting to take shape, but if we're going to make real big improvements, we're going to have to do the second story, as that's where most of this detail is going to come in this build. We've still got details to add in like the bottom, but like the uniqueness of this build is really like on the second story, as we're going to have like an arch window here, an arch window like here, and then like a balcony that's connected between the two arches, which will look super cozy and have a great vantage point like over the ocean. Over the ocean? Over the ocean. As you can probably tell, the build is really starting to come together now. However, we are kind of missing one glaring thing. A roof. So let's get on with the roof. However, we're going to need a lot of wax for that. So we're going to have to go take a trip over to our apiary and bee farm. And we also need to get all the build, like the details on the build as well, but that will come after. And we're just coming over to our apiary. I really don't give enough attention to these bees. Like they're kind of just abandoned half the time. But yeah, I forgot I did the interior of this. This is really quite nice in here. Super cozy. Yeah, there we go. Head down here, and we should have. That's a lot of bees. Still need to get in a couple here as well, and finish this. Crikey, so many unfinished projects. Oh my word, that I should really come and empty this more often, because I've got a lot less of the honey bottles, but we have a lot of honeycomb. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking a bunch of this, but I should have really brought a shulker box. Let me go get one real quick. I think one shulker box full should do us perfectly fine. I think this is going to be enough honeycomb for us to wax our roof. Oh, no, that's a different way. There you go. Getting lost in my own world. Now, apparently, if you leave these copper blocks spaced out, they'll actually oxidize quicker. So I want to do a bunch of different like oxidization levels on the roof. So I'm going to place down a bunch of these all spread out, and hopefully we can get them to oxidize pretty quickly, rather than waiting around forever on the roof. But oh my gosh, they make such a satisfying sound to place and to mine as well. Oh, so satisfying. They've done a really good job with the 1.17 sound design. Like, really good. But whilst we're waiting for the copper to oxidize, we might as well do some of the detailing for the build. So I think what I want to do first is probably get in like these windows on all the 4 sides and get this balcony sorted. Probably do the actual like storage bit like last. I'm going to go through around the windows, so quite a lot of detail, lots of signs, lots of trapdoors, and the lovely new azalea leaves. Yeah, this is looking super sweet, and we're going to do this for the same window on the other side, and the 2 at the front. Ooh, our first block of copper started to oxidize in this game. Yes! Ooh, and another one. This is our first oxidizing block of copper in the world. That's super exciting. But yeah, I've got a lot more, there's another one over there. Got a lot more time to wait for these to all be ready to place on the roof. So yeah, gonna take a while. We're starting to get our first couple of fully oxidized blocks, so it's ticking along nicely. But I think what I want to add next is a chimney. I've kind of left a space here in the the roof trim to put the chimney going up, and I think this is where I want to put my furnaces. Ouch. Just these couple of trap doors, and then get rid of this, and then pop the campfire in the middle, and we'll have something looking a bit like this. And I think that looks pretty sweet. It's kind of floating at the moment, but we need to kind of like terraform the ground around this. And I think I want to add like a bit of like a retaining wall potentially here. That could look quite good. Yeah, it's looking super sweet so far. Now for the... Hang on, why did I just go through the door? There's an open gap here. Anyway, for this balcony, I'm going to add a bunch of lecterns here as they look super cool as railings. And we're going to add a few trapdoors along here, like so, to like cap it off. Looks super nice. And then we're going to add a few trapdoors like so. This is an awkward place. There we go. And then we're going to add in a couple of blocks of podzol, allium. And I can't actually do it yet. I want to add in a little flower pot on top of here, but I haven't got the roof yet. Actually, hang on. I could probably put in the roof. No, I can't. I don't have many of these. Now I want to place a couple of leaves, and hopefully that won't interfere with the roof. That is yet to be built. But to be honest, I'm thinking it's taking so long to oxidize the copper that it might actually make more sense just place in all of the roof, let it go over by time, and then when it's all done, come back and start chipping it away and waxing it to the position I want it in. I think that might be more efficient, as this is taking forever. There we go, just made the achievement, and it makes a really, really satisfying noise by like waxing it. Oh, that's super satisfying. Ignoring the fact that like half the roof is missing, this build's actually done, which is super exciting. Like, we've got all the interiors on the ground floor done. Got our super cool little, like, furnace area here. Just a couple of furnaces and, like, kind of like a blacksmith area of all the tools that we're going to need. Grindstone and anvil. Like a little crafting station over here. And then we've got a bunch of chests and storage with, like, barrels and stuff like that. And loads of chests over here. And we've got a little walkway out the back here with our little secret garden path, which next to the pond, which looks lovely, and can head down this way and over the little stone bridge. So like nice flexible different ways of walking around the village. But oh my word, is copper expensive. Like, I thought I would have enough, but we really have come quite short. We are missing like half of the roof. Like, it's ridiculous how expensive it is. So I'm going to have to do a lot of mining before the next episode just to be able to finish this roof. But hopefully once it's all oxidized and stuff, it shall look spectacular. But as always, what would be looking at the builds if it wasn't looking at them with shaders? Let's turn on some shaders, shall we? Wow, that just looks so much better. Even with half the roof missing, it still looks good in shaders. Yeah, we have done a lot of building today. We have gotten like all this lovely pond area done. Like, that was the beginning of this episode. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, this lovely looking pond. Oh, the water just looks so good with shaders. And like kind of like water, like the waterfall kind of like trickling down. And we've got the little bridges and stuff. And the lily pad. Yeah, it's looking super good. I'm surprised I didn't add really many windows to the back of this. We might retrofit a window in one of the roof sections up here. But I think it looks alright as it is. Elytras in water can really be finicky sometimes. But yeah, so we need to do a lot of tidying up now and get rid of our shulker mess that we've got and move it actually into the storage room here. And we want to add in like the retaining wall and the paths around. But yeah, at the moment, we actually have somewhere to store all of our stuff that we're going to be needing whilst we finish up the building project. And hopefully this should actually allow us to like kind of speed up the building if we can have somewhere to store it. But yeah, this is not ideal. It looks like half the house burnt down. But we do have a really nice cozy balcony up here as well now. Might see if I can squeeze in a little like bench here potentially. Not sure if we're going to have enough room for it. I might be able to if I move, I don't know. Oh, I might figure it out. Whoa, that was really close to my face. Yeah, I might have a look at it and figure out. But yeah, this is looking pretty sweet so far, and I'm going to have to do a lot of mining to get a lot more copper, especially if we want any more roofs of it in the village to have be made out of copper as well, because at the moment we've just been using deep slate, and we can get that pretty easily. But man, copper is so expensive. But anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, I really appreciate it. I know this has been a little bit of a shorter one than usual, but a lot of work behind the scenes has gone into it, especially with the copper mining. That took hours to do, and we still haven't even got enough to finish the roof. And I'll stop badgering on about this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!